Hey guys, quick video here. I just wanted to go over a Twink leveling setup that I have for my assassin. You can use this for a witch or even an inquisitor, I believe. It's essentially a spellcaster Twink leveling setup. So the gears I have here, the basic gold rim, 1000 ribbons, 2 axiom perpetuum. However, I'm going to start off with these level 1 wands with lightning spell skill gem levels. And if you're not sure how to craft this, it's really easy. You just have to use fossils. For me, I want lightning spell skills, so I'm going for metallic, and then get yourself a primitive chaotic resonator, and just use these on a level 1 wand that you can buy from Act 1. You will need more than 2 or 3, and typically you hit the level spell that you want. And that's how you get these ones here, so you can use them right off the bat. 7 League Step, a Deodorus Damning. I just use one, and the other ring I'll use like a life ring. A Stygian Vice is super useful. You can use this right at level 1 as well with some nice spell lightning damage. Gloves, and then some leveling gems here. And then ring choices, you have a few choices. These are the ones that I'm going to play around with and just see what fits your build. And eventually I'm going to swap from 1000 ribbons to a tabula with socketed projectile gems. Alright, so as you level, here are some common items that you can switch to. Asenath is great. It has a lot of life, mana, and explode your enemies as well. Foxshade is a super underrated armor that I highly recommend over a tabula just because of the 30% increased movement speed when on full life. While you're leveling the campaign, you want to be moving as fast as possible, and that's why we have a 7 League Step, Quicksilver Flask, and this 30% is huge. If possible, grab one with the corruption that you need. Here I was able to get 2 corruptions that I need, but I failed to 6 link it, so I leveled the entire campaign on a 5 link. The Gall is great for, again, life, good energy shield, res, and shrines, while leveling is great as well. Replica Prism Weave, since it was spellcaster, this provides an insane amount of damage. Barrack Script is good as well. Axiom, I talked about it earlier. Nycta's Lantern is a good one because it gives you a lot of flat damage from Battle Mage. However, I would recommend switching over to Singularity, especially for this Spark leveling setup. It provides an insane amount of damage with cast speed, and nearby enemies being hindered takes 100% increased damage. 2 of them is 200%, so that's insane amount of damage. And then obviously Mage Blood is optional. If you can't afford it, it's okay. Prism Weave works fine. And finally, mana will be a little tight, so I would recommend grabbing like a minus mana cost Clarity Watcher's Eye. This is shouldn't be too expensive. I grabbed this for like 40C, but yeah, so these are the upgrades that I did, and it will increase your damage significantly and make the campaign leveling a lot smoother. Alright, so I'm going to showcase some leveling footage in the background and mostly boss kills along the campaign. There are several things that I would change to improve the overall leveling experience. This was a scuff setup that I put together on the go, so there's some changes. I'll include a POE link with the leveling tree and the recommended items in the description below, so feel free to check that out. So we are leveling an assassin, and I wanted to try out something other than Hollow Palm, so I decided to go with Spark of the Nova. And Spark will feel shitty early on just because the projectiles will tend to miss enemies, and without good cast speed and projectile speed, it just won't feel good. So how are we solving that? We are juicing it with a ton of flat damage through our weapons and our uniques, and we're getting a ton of projectile speed from our amulet and also our anoint long shot. And finally, cast speed, we're getting it from our gems, faster casting, spell echo, and also the unique ring Ixchel Temptation. Those with the caster quality gives you up to 20% cast speed per ring, so that is huge. Now with all the cast speed, mana will become a problem, so I would recommend pathing to EB as soon as possible and getting some ES on your gear. Next, Mage Blood. As you can tell, I'm running it. it's not necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it will make your Twink leveling experience much smoother if you have it. For our first lab, we are grabbing Unstable Infusion and then Deadly Infusion after that. Prior to Deadly Infusion, we'll be running Elemental Overload, and then once you get your Deadly Infusion, you should have enough crit, so we would unspec out of Alley Overload to take advantage of all the crit multi. And then finally, in Merc Lab, we'll be grabbing Ambush and Assassinate. Let's see, for auras, we are running Purity of Elements to cap our rest easily and become ailment immune. And then once you have enough reservation efficiency and also Eldritch Battery, I would recommend running Wrath. That will increase your DPS quite significantly. So personally, I enjoy trying new skills and juicing them up with Twink gear while leveling the campaign. Of course, this will unlikely beat setups out there like Hollow Palm and Blink Arrow, Mirror Arrow, but at the end, it's all about having fun. So I would recommend, if you've never tried a new skill in the game, to try it out if you have the currency to get some Twink leveling gear. So anyway, hope you find this video helpful and hopefully gave you some motivation to try out a new build. Have fun out there.
I shall